Hi there, my name is Alicia Hines, and I am a pastry chef and owner of the Buttered Tin, which is a bakery cafe here in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. I opened the Buttered Tin, my first cafe, 9.5 years ago. I also have another company called the Buttered Tin Freshly Frozen, and what that is frozen baked goods that you can purchase in your freezer section of your grocery store and bake at home. I have taken a wild turn in my career to be doing what I'm doing, so excited to share that with you. I did go to college after high school. I got an undergrad, a bachelor degree. I got my bachelor degree in communication studies and a double major in Spanish. Shortly after graduating, I moved to Central America for a while to live and travel, and came back a couple years later and started working for the Target headquarters in human resources. And I loved that job and I loved the environment. However, I also knew that it wasn't necessarily for me. And I thought, well, I had always wanted to go to pastry school, so why not? I left the Target headquarters and I started baking and patisserie school at Le Cordon Bleu. And within weeks, I knew that I had found my niche. I loved it and I was really good at it. My career has developed and changed throughout those 9 years. Opening up a new restaurant is not easy. There's a lot of work that goes into that. In the beginning, of course, I was in the kitchen about 18 hours a day, to be honest with you, as I was baking and cake decorating and doing all the things a pastry chef would do at a bakery cafe, and then also doing ownership duties. I created a structure around year 3 that allowed for me to be outside of the kitchen a little bit more and focus on the growth of the company. During the pandemic is when I came up with the idea for the grocery store frozen products, because obviously I didn't know if we were going to be able to reopen. Nobody really knew what the pandemic had in store for us. So during that time while we were closed down, my staff and we developed the frozen product, and honestly we didn't really have to develop much because they're all of our recipes. I started talking to grocery stores to see if they wanted to sell it, and overwhelmingly they were excited about it, excited to have a local product in their freezer section, and especially a local product that was super delicious and all natural. To describe a typical day, it's really hard to do that in the restaurant business. Probably what I like most about it is it really just keeps me on my toes. I go into work every morning to one of the restaurants. I'll come in and check in with all my managers and all my staff, make sure all the restaurants are running well. I'll test all the food every single time that I'm here. I taste all the products. I look at all the products, make sure all the products are stocked, make sure that they're all looking beautiful, taste beautiful, all of those things. And then I work a lot on the frozen business. So I'm usually in the office. Most of my days are spent in front of the computer or in meetings these days, and very rarely do I get to be in the kitchen, which I miss. But at the same time, of course, kitchen work is very hard work, and the older you get, it's harder to do. If I have any advice to give for people in their careers, is to not give up on what they're passionate about and what you really know in your heart that makes you happy. Even 9.5 years later, after opening my first restaurant, there is nothing more that I love to do is get into the kitchen and work out recipes, decorate cakes, and come up with new decorations and ideas. It's so exciting for me, and I believe that that passion makes you good at something. And of course, when you're good at things and you're passionate about things, other people see that and they want a part of that. So my advice would be to never give up on what you love to do. That is always the most important. No matter how old you are, we as people are always evolving, and you might go into a lot of different careers or jobs and think like that might be it, and then it ends up not being it, and that's okay. I say you got to follow your heart. That is my advice. I wish the best to all of you.